Hey everyone, David Chen here, and today I'm going to talk to you about this device. It's the Anker Nebula Capsule Projector. Now this is a super cool portable light projector that you can buy for around $300 right now. First of all, it comes with this cool remote. I've used it quite a bit, never had a problem with it, works pretty well. The device itself is the size of a Coke can. It's very light, only a few ounces. In the front, there's the lens where the image comes out of. On the top, there's a few buttons. There's a power button, volume up and down, and then this button right here that switches the device into a Bluetooth speaker. There's also a focus dial on the side, and at the bottom, HDMI in full size, as well as mini USB, which you can use for charging the device. What is so cool about this projector? A few things. First of all, I've tried a few projectors in my time, and what's great about this one is that everything you need is contained in this cylinder. Most of the time, you know, I've tried like the Rift 6 Cube projector, I've tried a few other projectors, and you usually need like a signal to go in to project the image, or you need an audio out to get decent sound. This thing itself is a 360 speaker, so you don't need any additional sound. But also, it's running a version of Android. Android 7.1 or something like that might be updated. I wouldn't count on any major updates down the line. It allows you to run things like Netflix, it allows you to run things like YouTube, all the essentials basically that you need for enjoying a portable entertainment projector. So everything contained in this one light portable package, size of a Coke can, super useful. A few other things I want to mention. As I alluded to earlier, the sound is pretty good. Projectors can be super loud. They often have fans inside them. This one's no different. The fan noise is not too bad, but what's great about it is that the speaker is powerful enough to overcome that fan noise. And in fact, if you crank it really loud, it can be a little bit overwhelming, which I think is nice to have the option. You know, I'd never crank it up that loud, but it's good that the sound is solid on this device. As I mentioned, there is a remote, but if you want something more robust, the Nebula Capsule does come with a remote app that you can use on your phone. It connects via Bluetooth to the projector. And I found that it works pretty well. You can switch between using the remote as like a normal remote with up and down, or you can use it as a mouse and swipe. And that is pretty useful. So that's another positive to the Nebula Capsule Projector. One other thing I wanted to talk about is the battery life. It's rated at around 4 hours. I get around 4 to 5 hours on this device. It's enough to watch 2 movies, and then, you know, if you need any more, you can just charge it up after that. So I think the battery life is really great and makes this a very convenient device to take with you as an impulse thing to take along with you if you're going on a trip, going camping, going anywhere that has a white wall that you can project upon. But speaking about white walls, that gets me to some of the things I don't like about this projector. As you might have guessed, it's not super bright. So if you have any kind of light source in the room, it's not going to work super well. You won't be able to see very well. And in addition, the resolution is not very good. I think it's around 854 to 480. So it's not even 720. Do not get the Anker Nebula Capsule Projector if you are looking for something ultra 4K, super high res. It's just not gonna happen at this price point, at this level of convenience. As long as you have your expectations set correctly, I think you'll have a pretty good time. Theoretically, if you move back far enough with this projector, it's supposed to be able to project onto a surface like, I don't know, 100 inches or something like that, something very large. But the resolution is not going to be great. I found it to be good enough for my taste. It should be fine for most people is my guess. One other thing I don't like about this projector is the app selection. It's running this thing called Aptoide TV, which is kind of a television OS version of Android. And I'm not a huge fan of this thing. It doesn't have that many apps, and the apps that it does have are kind of crappy, and some of them don't even work. I was able to get TED Talks working, I was able to get Netflix working, I was able to get YouTube working, I was able to get Amazon Prime working, but Voodoo didn't work, and a few other things I tried didn't really work very well. So I get the essentials from the app front. All I really wanted was Netflix, YouTube, Amazon, and anything else is just a bonus. So I get those work fine, but anything else, I wouldn't really count on it. On that note, a recent update to the device kind of crippled my Netflix app in a way. It makes the image start to break down and go dark after a few minutes. I may have a defective unit. Just wanted to mention that as a possibility that you might encounter if you order this device too. But there is one thing this device can do that no other device can do for me, and that is allow me to watch Netflix while I'm lying in bed without moving my neck. Now, I know that must sound silly and horrifying to a lot of you, but I actually have some pretty significant neck and shoulder issues. And so it's hard for me to sit comfortably in one position for a long period of time, especially if it's like in bed, you're kind of leaning up or you're sitting up and leaning against the headboard. Not a great situation for me and very uncomfortable after even just a short period of time. So having the ability to take this device, put it onto like a Gorilla Pod tripod, and then wrap that around the headboard, project it onto the ceiling. This has a few features that allow for that. First of all, you can configure the image to be like flipped and inverted and so on. So whatever orientation you put the image in, it's gonna work for you. It also has automatic keystone adjusting so that whatever angle it's projected on, it will try to correct to make it the correct dimensions and the correct aspect ratio. Overall, it works pretty well. And it allows me to lie in bed, watch Netflix without even moving my neck, without getting up. And that is just awesome. No other device can do that, not at this price point, and give you like a relatively good experience without needing to like configure a ton of cables plugging into and out of it. And so for that reason alone, if you want to try the Netflix in bed life, the Anker Nebula Capsule Projector is gonna give that to you. That's my review of the Nebula Capsule Projector. I'm David Chen. If you like this video, please hit like and subscribe to my channel for more reviews like this in the future. Thanks for watching.